You ever meet someone who's quietly powerful and makes you wonder what they know that you don't, and change your whole perspective on things? I'm sharing this story that changed the way I view success and honestly why I'm a heart-based leader and why I do what I do. About 7 years ago, I was a member at a golf club and I was paired up with a guy I haven't met before, and we played golf, and he had an incredible presence about him. He was so grounded, he was so calm. And on the second or third hole, I asked him what he does for a living, and he said he owns a company, and that was it. And he wanted to talk about his family, and he offered to buy drinks, and he was so calm and kind. I was like, wow, this guy must be a school teacher or did something on the side. But it turns out that he was one of the biggest conglomerate owners. And actually, after the round, people were like, did you know who you were playing with? And I'm like, I had no idea. That was the nicest person I've ever played golf with, because it was just a safe presence to be with him. And there was no performance, there was none of that. And in that day, I couldn't believe that someone of that stature was so grounded and calm and nice and kind and didn't have to prove anything. And from there, I was like, wow, I want to be like that. Now, the contrast in what I thought I was chasing my whole career was how to be super rich, because I've been paired with guys before who were on the first fairway. So you see that brown Maserati up front? That's mine. It's like, oh, okay, cool. And by the halfway, he was telling you how much he sold his company for. He sold for 300 million and how cool he was. But come to find out that nobody wants to golf with him because all he talks about is himself and puts him out there. But on paper, he's incredibly wealthy, but miserable to be around. So I consider myself lucky to be able to see the contrast and see the difference of someone who is incredibly successful, quiet and grounded and calm and safe, or someone who is very wealthy with a lot of money, but frantic and image obsessed and externally focused, and probably doesn't have good relationships with his family. And I choose the latter. And so I started reading and learning everything I could about being heart-based, capacity-based leadership, and embodying who you're meant to be. And to take it a step further, there is two completely different internal operating systems. One is from the inside out, trusting their process, trusting their value, not needing anything else to prove their worth or to prove how good they are. The other is completely outside in, constantly chasing, constantly looking for validation, because inside they don't feel good enough and they need to prove themselves, which is just a constant cycle of misery or dealing with your emotions. And so this sparked me looking inside and learning about this stuff so that I can teach it to others.